dear friends, my dear gods, my dear masters, namaste to all. Welcome to all of you for the Holistic Wellness Program. Today is day 15th, batch, it's batch 5th, my dear friends. Today, so as a regular curriculum, regular schedules. So today, the first will be going through the spiritual wisdom. So after the spiritual wisdom, we will be doing meditation continuously for about 1 hour time. And after that, holistic lifestyle. Then we will be studying about home remedies. Okay, home remedies. So these are the overall schedules. And friends, so the part of the spiritual wisdom today, we'll try to learn about how the meditation leads from ignorance to the innocence. So exactly how it will take from the how the journey from ignorance to the innocence through meditation. So we'll try to look at that subject very deeply. And after that meditation, so after that holistic lifestyle, part of holistic lifestyle, we'll be looking at basically today the spiritual farming. What is the necessity of spiritual farming? So what is the benefit of spiritual farming? So why do we need to promote that? Okay, it's very essential for all of us, for the entire in a society, as a part of society. It's very, very important. So other thing is, friends, the finally the home remedies, the home part of the home remedies, the basically menstrual problems for ladies, for women. So what are the solutions with respect to home remedies? Like so, what we can do out of our kitchen, and also one of the best mudra which works for the menstrual problems. So these are the typical schedules, friends. We'll be going through today from beginning to the ending, right? So let's start with the spiritual wisdom. Exactly, right? So what we are going to learn today. The friends, the spiritual topic, once again, I would like to repeat. The meditation leads from ignorance to the innocence. How it is. So let's understand about this now. So I'll be asking some questions. So try to answer, right? The question is, so we would like to understand. See, we are saying that ignorance, right? Ignorance and then innocence. The two things are here. Okay. So what is meant by ignorance? Try to understand this. What is meant by ignorance? So you can answer. Some of the few people can answer what exactly the word means ignorance. Okay. Then we'll come to innocence. So let's take your view of ignorance. What did you understand about that? Okay. Yes. Few of them can answer. What is ignorance? Okay. Bhuvaneshwari, madam. Bhuvaneshwari. Anybody, like, you try to answer what you know. That's enough. 1 second. Right.
So lack of knowledge.
Yeah. Lack of knowledge. Okay. Yeah, that's also okay. And further, some more.
I was not able to unmute actually. Okay, sir.
Okay. Now it's unmuted. Yes.
Sometimes we ignore certain things, we knowingly we do not want to get into some trouble. Just ignore things. Ignorance. We do not know much about it. So we don't want. That also applies.
You ignore, basically you ignore the things, right? That means you basically you ignore means like you neglect things like that.
Neglecting. Yeah, neglecting the things also. Yes.
Why do you neglect? What is the necessity to neglect?
Sometimes we don't want to interfere. we don't unnecessarily not to interfere with something. So better to ignore and come outside of that particular scene or particular situation, so that we don't want to involve and get into something trouble. So we
That
ignore.
means basically lack of knowledge or lack of knowing of that particular thing,
Necessarily,
and
not.
somehow you don't want to know about that. That's all.
Yes, yes. And even if we know sometimes, which is not really required for us to know or to interfere with something, we just ignore and come out.
Okay, so that is ignore. That is ignore is there. Ignorance is also there. Okay,
Yes, yes. Ignore and ignorance. Yes.
and yes. What about any other answers for ignorance?
So they want to learn, but they won't show interest. Like in Kannada, they tell sombertana.
Somberiddhana. That is called, that's a laziness again. That's a
Yes.
different thing.
And they ignore, like,
Attitude also ignores, sir. Ego.
What is
Attitude. Attitude and the ego, sir.
ego? Yeah. Maybe if you have ego, you may ignore some things. That's okay. So that is also there. So that's a part of the how you ignore some people or ignore something is like if you have ego, then you try to ignore the other people. You don't care about them. That's okay. Yeah. Anything else? In spiritual perspective, anybody can tell this? Right. Okay. So let's come to the other point. Innocence. What is the meaning of innocence?
Who doesn't know anything, just like a child. Childishness.
Okay. Yeah. One answer like that. Yes. Some more. Yes. So right. Okay. Let's start. So let's look at everything clearly. Okay. Now our journey will start right from the ignorance to the innocence, then the meditation. Why do we do meditation? All that we'll try to understand now. Okay. Friends, so when we say that the ignorance, basically ignorance is divided into two ignorances. Okay. So first of all, ignorance means, as we in general terms, lack of information, lack of knowledge, lack of knowing, and lack of awareness on a particular thing, on a particular anything. It can be materialistic or it can be a spiritual aspect. Sometimes spiritual things, sometimes materialistic things. Okay. Both terms to be ignorance only. What is ignorance? Ignorance means lack of knowing, lack of awareness, lack of knowledge, lack of particularly lack of information on a particular thing. That can be a materialistic thing or a spiritualistic thing. Both the things. Okay. We may be having lack of knowledge, lack of information, lack of awareness on so many materialistic things. Let's say somebody comes and bring you one piano to me. I don't know anything. I can't play the piano. Though you may gift me or you may give me the piano. I can't play it because I don't know. I'm ignorant to that piano. Same thing. If you give me a flute, you ask me to play, or you ask me to play the flute. I can't do that. I just take your the gift what you give, a flute, and then keep it on the table. I can't do that. So that is how what happens is on a particular given thing. The same way, a scientist full of knowledge and full of information in his own field of his own field of sciences, physical sciences, chemical sciences, biological, whatever it may be. But as a layman of science on science and technology, so we may not be aware of anything at all. So how do you what do you do? So even you are given an ample opportunity, you can't do anything. The reason is you are not aware of any science and technology. You don't have proper information, you don't have proper knowledge, you don't have proper awareness. Then you can't do anything in that. So then you are ignorant for the science. You are ignorant for the flute. You are ignorant for the violin. You are ignorant for sports. You are ignorant for what else? So many things. Okay. So you are, for example, somebody doesn't know how to cook a nice dish. It can be anything, right? So it means you are ignorant of that particular dish. But other person is full of full of information, full of knowledge. He can nicely play the flute. He's a great musician. So why not? A musician can play so nicely a particular flute. So what do we say? We call him as a pandit. We call it as a, like, musician, right? So that means he is full of wisdom, full of knowledge. So friends, the opposite word of ignorance is wisdom. The opposite word, that means the word ignorance is exactly opposite is wisdom. If somebody is having a, the proper information, the proper practical knowledge, practical information with practical, practice particularly, so that is called wisdom. The other side is, other polarity is ignorance. So the ignorance should be always fulfilled. That means ignorance should be come out of. That means, so whatever the subject you choose, slowly you start learn from ABCD, right? From A to Z. Slowly, step by step, you keep learning. Then what will happen? You will slowly come out of that ignorance and then enter into the phase of wisdom. So that's how what happens, friends. So every entire life cycle, in our life cycle especially. So as a human being, when we born as infant soul, right, from infant soul to the infinity soul, right? So everybody has to evolve from one stage of the soul to the other highest stage of the soul only through the process of learning, always learning, my dear friends. Okay, it means we come to the earth planet, we start as a infant soul, we don't know anything, at all. Okay, because we just born on the earth planet, right? So now for us, everything, even not even the normal family life is also new for us. Normal family life, in between parents and all these things, that is also new for us. How to conduct ourselves, how to talk to parents, how to behave, and this is also so very new for us. And that person who is infant soul, for him, the kind of ignorance of his own life is very tremendous. It means so large ignorance, means huge ignorance will be there with him. The reason is he is not aware of anything because he is just one soul on the earth planet, my dear friends. So out of his own ignorance, what he does, the ignorance with respect to the parents, ignorance with respect to society, ignorance with respect to the spirituality, not at all there. First of all, forget about spirituality as a part of infant soul. So now with that, he tried to play his life and then make lot of karmas about it. He may introduce lot of negative karmas also. It's possible, very much possible, isn't it? So likewise, he does a lot of violence, lot of trying to hurt other people, trying to cheat other people. He does many things. Okay, out of what? Out of his own ignorance. Then when that ignorance will be removed, it means, friends, what will happen is he has to take a lot of experiences. He has to go through a lot of experiences. He must get back a lot of reactions, a lot of the results of the whatever the activities he does. So slowly, that results of whatever the activities or karmas he does, so they teach him. Step by step, slowly. It will teach such a way that he will be evolving from the infant soul to the next level. So next level will, when you come from infant level, if you become a child soul, a baby soul, right? So that by the time his ignorance is little bit is removed. So that is amount of ignorance is reduced now. So then what will happen? The amount of ignorance reduced, slowly small scant of wisdom started within him. That's what we say, right? So he started living, right, from the body consciousness to the next comes to mind consciousness. It means when it comes to the baby soul as a child soul, the second level of soul stage, that is where his mind starts working. When his mind starts working, what happens? He tries to understand from other people. He tries to observe other people. He tries to learn from other people because his mind is active now. So earlier, as a baby soul, what was there? So as a baby soul, as an infant soul, it was completely his own body consciousness, nothing else. He's no more. He's like any animal life. It was a purely animal life. Purely, he was living in a Mooladhara chakra, isn't it? So that's how, friends, what happened. Now you see, now his ignorance is little bit reduced. The huge, that means the huge amount of ignorance what he had in the as an infant soul, when it comes to the child soul or a baby soul, the amount of ignorance reduced because of his own mind consciousness. That is mind consciousness started working. So then what will happen? He tried to learn, and he tried to learn from others, and he tried to apply in his own life. So then his life becomes somewhat better. It's a living, the way of living, the lifestyle and the way of living with respect to other people, with respect to his own family. Everything is upgraded. So it is got upgraded now. Okay. So now when it's got upgraded, what will happen? So that means the soul got evolved. Soul got evolved from one stage to other stage. By what means it is evolved, my dear friends? It is by means of reducing his own ignorance, by means of the bringing lightness in his own life. Okay. So there was a darkness. So that means as an infant soul, he was complete in the darkness. Now the amount of darkness is reduced. So amount of darkness is reduced, amount of lightness is increased in his own life through the application of mind. So now this is also called a partial enlightenment, a partial enlightenment, my dear friends. So many people says, what is enlightenment? We feel that enlightenment means I should become a god, isn't it? So we want to become a god. So we want to become a god. So then when we become a god, then we think that we are enlightened. It is not like that, my dear friends. Enlightenment takes place at every stage. Okay, at every stage in your life, the enlightenment is a part and parcel of your life. See now, so when the baby soul became the baby soul, so that is infant soul become a baby soul or a child soul, there is small enlightenment happened. In his own life, there is a small enlightenment happened, my dear friends. So because of enlightenment, what happened? So his stage of soul is evolved, and his mind consciousness start working, and now his lifestyle become little upgraded. Okay, so he doesn't have so many crude methods. There was so many crude methods of living at the stage of baby, the infant soul. Now it is improved. So now, so from the stage of this particularly a child soul, then it become a young soul, my dear friends. So at that point of time, what will happen? So by taking so many lives, he started learning from so many people, so many societal conditions, so many outside situations, everything he learns. Then so totally what will happen is he become matured in the mind. He become matured in the mind. Then what he wanted to do is he wanted to work with his intellect. Now you want to learn some arts, some particular capabilities, some particular faculties you want to improve within his own life. So that is the kind of mindset it starts growing. So now the enlightenment is increased now. So that means enlightenment happened at this stage also. At this stage, when the baby soul is becoming young soul, there is called enlightenment. So there is an enlightenment. That means the more of light is added into his own life, my dear friends. So that means more of light has been added to his life. So then what happens? The darkness, so much darkness. Maybe the darkness is less, but the darkness is removed. So now the darkness is removed and the light is increased. That's called enlightenment. So this is also one part of the enlightenment only. Enlightenment means not becoming a god, not becoming a Paramatma, all this. Okay. So that's also enlightenment. That's the overall perspective you see, that's also like a final, becoming infinite soul is also enlightenment. But at every stage also there is an enlightenment involved that you have to understand carefully, you have to note down. Okay. Now, friends, so now what will happen is stage by stage, life after life, so throughout this soul stages, what will happen is every soul will evolve into other soul stage. See, that's how what happened. All their ignorance will be keep on removed, my dear friends. So see what happened. So when you are a infant soul, you are living in the body consciousness and you are having a lot of ignorance. So the ignorance means the ignorance of ignorance against to all the things and ignorance of your body. Now, when it comes to the second stage, there you are operating with the mind and you have no intellect. You have no intellect at all. Then you are also operating the amount of ignorance in your own life. You don't accept many things because you don't know. For example, so when you are a baby soul, somebody else, from the so-called young soul, somebody else bring a particular, piano or a particular sports or something. He give it to you and ask you to play, ask you to work on that. You say that I don't know. I'm not aware of it. That means that is the kind of ignorance they have. Now they have to improve from there. So that's how, so slowly what happened, they will again after so many lives, they will improve from that stage to the next stage that is called young soul, wherein so you will try to work with the intellect now. The intelligence or intellect comes into picture. So that's where, friends, what will happen is he tries to improve his own, the ignorance will be, a lot of ignorance will be removed. That means the amount of ignorance will be reduced again. The amount of lightness, the amount of brightness in his own life is going to be improved much. The reason is he will become a kind of a creative person. You will try to play the music, or you become a poet, you become a singer, you become a scientist, you become a doctor, you become an engineer, you become a professional, whatever it may be. So somehow he is using his own materialistic intellect. Again, you need to understand here. One thing is materialistic intellect. Whatever this is called, materialistic intellect, he is getting at the stage of young soul, wherein the Manipuraka chakra is predominant. Right? That we already understood. Same thing I'm trying to repeat. Manipuraka chakra, the character of Manipuraka chakra is active now. So that's how what happens is, so he is now at least coming out of materialistic ignorance. Friends, there is a materialistic ignorance, there is a spiritual ignorance. Till the point of learning. So whenever he learned all the materialistic knowledge, materialistic information, if let's say he became a scientist, that means he understood the entire science, science and physics, everything, right? So suppose if he became a poet, he understood the entire poetry in his life from beginning to ending. He tried to understand. But for example, if he became a musician, that means from the A to Z of music, he understood and he became a specialist in the music, isn't it? So that means, so in this way, all his materialistic ignorance is removed. It is removed now. He became a materialistically intellectual person. That means from ignorant person, he became an intellectual person. Where at the point of young soul. This point you need to make it. Okay. What is the meaning of that? He became a materialistic ignorant too. The materialistic intellect person by the stage of young soul. So that's where his ignorance with respect to materialistic world is ended. So then what kind of ignorance is there still with him? There is something called spiritual ignorance. Spiritual ignorance is still there with him. So how to understand that? Let me tell you. So from the young soul, when he is growing, that means to which extent he will be growing, to which format he will be trying to grow is now after he has seen the pinnacle of success in the materialistic world, because his materialistic ignorance is completely removed and he got the greatest amount of materialistic intellect in him. Then he has reached to the pinnacle state, that is pinnacle heights of the materialistic world. He has seen everything. He has done a lot of karmas, negative, positive, success, failure, everything. So all together he achieved everything. By the time he completed his young soul, the soul stage of young soul, my dear friends. Now after that, what he does is he doesn't want to do anymore. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Everything achieved. Now what he starts is he starts reading books, and he starts trying to understand many things, and he wanted to be, so more or less like he wanted to spend time in silence. He doesn't want to do much sound like earlier stages. He doesn't want to do that. Slowly what happens is, there is something called, by end of the young soul stage, there is something called, one more ignorance is still present with him, that is called spiritual ignorance. What is present? Spiritual ignorance. What is spiritual ignorance? He doesn't have any awareness. He doesn't have any information. He doesn't have any knowing. He doesn't know anything. He doesn't have any awareness about something called soul wisdom, about the soul consciousness. He doesn't know anything at all. So now, from the stage of old soul, now young soul become a old soul, my dear friends. So when it becomes matured soul, the young soul become a matured soul now. So in the matured soul stage, right? In the matured soul means what? The matured soul particularly comes to the Anahata chakra. So the Anahata chakra, wherein Anahata chakra, he go into the silence. He tries to read more and more books. He wanted to always be silent and learn in the mauna and all these things. Then Anahata chakra will be more active, my dear friends. Now, so at this stage, what happens? He is trying to go inside. That means he's trying to understand the consciousness part. He started his journey towards the spiritual wisdom. So that is where, so slowly again, so first 3 stages of soul ended the materialistic ignorance. Now the next 3 stages, that is mature soul, old soul, transcendental soul. So these 3 souls are playing very, very important role, my dear friends. So in these 3 stages, soul stages, what happened is spiritual ignorance will be completely ended. Then you will become what? Spiritually intellectual person. You become a yogi. You become a yogi or a Maharshi. Even you become a Brahmarshi. By the time he crossed the the last soul, that is transcendental soul, then you become an infinite soul. That point of time, you become a Brahmarsi, you become a Brahmagnani, you achieve the Samadhi Sthiti. All this will happen, which we already learned in the previous classes, but we have not learned in the perspective of ignorance, materialistic ignorance and spiritual ignorance. Now the spiritual ignorance now started started decreasing, my dear friends. So how he started as a mauna, you go into the mauna, he starts spending a lot of time in the silence, he start reading a lot of books, he start discussing with other people who are all knowing more than him. So like that, he does a lot of satsang. So he starts like that. Slowly, what happened? Then when he gets into the Vishuddha chakra, that is throat chakra, then what will happen is he started doing meditation. That is old soul, right? So the old soul starts at the Vishuddha chakra and ended in the Agna chakra. In the Agna chakra again, the part of Agna chakra is also that's called transcendental soul. That is transcendental soul, Vimuktatma. So these two souls, see the old soul and the transcendental soul, the combination of these two will be passing through the Vishuddha chakra and Agna chakra. So this is where what happened, friends. So when the mature soul become an old soul, then what will happen is you go into the deep, he started doing meditation at the end of old soul, matured soul. Then at the end of old soul, what happened? So you started doing more and more meditation, deeper meditation, and by doing more and more deeper meditation, he will try to analyze himself. He try to understand himself. Who am I? What is I am? What I am? And who are all these people? And what is the source of creation? You are the source of all these people. So which is the source? And he tries to understand more about the nature and cosmos, about himself and about all other people. So that's how through meditation, that means he's making an inner journey, and he's trying to end the ignorance of his spirituality. The spiritual ignorance, what happened? It keeps coming down from the mature soul, old soul. Then by the time it becomes a transcendental soul, is perfectly all the ignorance is removed, and he became something called a transcendental soul, or you can say he became a Buddha, for example. So you can say that in other words, Bodhisattva Buddha. So it means he became a completely enlightened person by the stage of transcendental soul. So now what happens? So he is now aware of himself, and he realized himself that he is a soul being, is a soul consciousness. Before up to the young soul, he has no awareness about any of the soul wisdom, no soul consciousness, not even meditation word, he didn't hear about it. Now by the time the transcendental soul, transcendental soul, he completely finished his all the spiritual journey, and he became a complete human being having a greatest amount of spiritual intellect. Now he became an enlightened person. So that's this is called the complete enlightenment, my dear friends. It's a paripurna state. That is the complete state he has achieved by the time of the transcendental soul. So that's how, friends, what happened by Agna chakra. When we are in the Agna chakra, when his Agna chakra is activated, then what will happen? So we become a completely enlightened person. Our spiritual ignorance is removed. Right? Now try to understand, when the spiritual ignorance is removed, so through what means? By what means it is removed? That is, so we have ended our materialistic ignorance, and we got materialistic intellect, and then we also ended the spiritual ignorance. Materialistic ignorance is removed by the way of karmas, by the way of lot of deeds, okay, by the way of actions, by the way of knowing information and acting upon it, by utilizing, by try understanding many things. Like that, your materialistic ignorance is removed. Okay, you are now aware. You came to know many other things, many artists, many kind of skills, everything you learned. That's how you ended the materialistic ignorance. Now, by knowing meditation, so you removed all your, so all your spiritual dogmas and spiritual ignorances, everything you removed with the help of meditation. You made a lot of inner journey, and your third eye is activated. When your third eye is activated, I told you yesterday also, many other, what are the so many benefits are there. All the benefits are received by you now through meditation, and then you ended your spiritual ignorance. You became a completely enlightened person by the end of the transcendental soul stage, my dear friends. So this is how you ended the spiritual ignorance. Once you remove the spiritual ignorance, what you will become? You will become a innocent person. What you become? Innocent person. I already told this. So as a part of the greatest teachings of Jesus Christ. So what Jesus Christ said? Unless you become a child, you cannot enter into the kingdom of the God. Right? Unless you become a child, you cannot enter into the kingdom of the God. What is the meaning of that? So if you understand clearly, so it has got a greatest meaning, my dear friends. Okay. At the same time, he said, so I am the son of the God. I and my father are one. I and you are one. So that means there's also another statement. You need to understand carefully. Okay. So now these two statements we will try to understand. So I would like to ask one more question here. What is the meaning of innocent? Okay. Can you answer? Yes.
Innocent means childlike behavior, sir. Pranam,
Yeah.
sir.
Please go ahead. What is the mean child innocence? Yes. Yeah. Pranam.
Innocent, na, sir?
Yeah.
Innocent means there is no greed, nothing. You are always happy, happy for no reason. You laugh, you sing, you dance, you behave like a child, sir.
Can you say that all the child are enlightened?
Yes, sir. Small, what we say, babies, small babies, they for no reason they laugh, they dance, the babies they for small children, sir.
Okay. So does you mean that my question is straight? So do you mean that all the child are enlightened?
Sir, up to the age of 3,
Uh,
their third eye is open.
all the children are not enlightened because they have come in this world to what we say from the universe to the what we said on the earth to enjoy the journey, human journey. But sir, I cannot put it in the words, sir.
Yes.
1 second, sir. 1 second. Let me think on that. They are not enlightened, sir. Sir, I cannot express.
Yes. Anybody else? Yeah.
Not understanding the seriousness of the things.
Yeah.
Not understanding the seriousness of the speech or the things or whatever the situation is in.
Sir, I feel even kids, they know everything as they are having that pure soul nurture initially. Maybe they forget, if there is a subconscious where they have lot of experiences within them, right?
No, actually, I'm not getting clearly because the voice is little breaking.
Sir, he is not guilty of anything.
Not guilty. Yeah. So that's a character of a
And
child. The character of a child. Okay.
he's very innocent, they say.
Very innocent. So we use the
Sir, they live in present. They live in present, and we as a human, we go in the past, we think about the future, and that is what we say, that is the main cause of unhappiness. Sir, why the voice is breaking?
I don't know, somebody maybe.
Sir,
Sir,
we say up to the age of 3, their third eye is open. Is that correct, sir?
That you don't need to worry. I mean, it's opened by nature, not by you, not by us.
Right,
Sir,
right.
Why do you need to worry?
sir, actually they live in present.
Anyway, there is no help of the third eye for them.
Sir,
Because they
I
don't
just
do anything, right? So what is the kind of advantage for you or for society? No use. Yes.
Sir, I wanted to say that we as a human, we go in the past, we go in the future. That is the main reason of unhappiness. We don't live in present to make it wow.
I think my question you need to understand once again. So do you say that all the children are enlightened?
No, sir, they are not enlightened.
No.
Sir.
Why not?
Sir, they are because they don't understand anything about me. I
No,
cannot
sir,
tell.
I don't agree with
because
this.
of the stage of soul. every child come with different stage of soul, so that is how they behave.
So, frankly speaking, with my
Or
own
because
experience,
of the past karmas.
Yes, past life karmas.
this
Yes, sir.
generation kids are more mature than the previous generation. So, frankly speaking, even 5, 6 years, they have so much of maturity who can really guide which is correct and which is wrong to even to 60 years people. Seriously, I've seen through my eyes. I
That's
don't
okay, man.
agree.
No, I'm not talking about maturity and all these things. Okay, maturity again comes to a mind level. Okay, mind
Yeah.
level, they may guide you or they may teach you the computer science. They may code and give you one big one any kind of a bigger software code they can develop and give you.
Yeah.
All that is a materialistic intellect. I agree. I already discussed now. Materialistic intellect will grow from soul to soul, one soul stage to other soul stage. The materialistic intellect will be keep growing and materialistic ignorance will be keep ending. Okay, so that's understood, no doubt. So now coming to the point of innocence, I want to get into the innocence. See, I became ignorant. I became a, first of all, I was a materialistic ignorant, and then I was also a spiritual ignorant person till my enlightenment stage. I was a completely spiritual ignorant person. So now, once I achieved my enlightenment, that means my paripurna sthiti, that means I understood, I gone through all the life cycles and I went through all the soul stages. I became a matured man. I became a infinite soul. I became a transcendental soul. I became infinite soul. That means I crossed over all the things. Now I came to the a final phase of my life cycle. Okay. At this point of time, my spiritual ignorance is completely dead. It means it is removed. It is removed. You are a spiritually highly intellectual person. Okay, that is understood. So with this, I will enter into the innocence. I will
Light
enter into the
akama.
innocence. So with this, I will be entering into the
One slow
innocence.
madu.
What is the meaning of that? See now, after finishing this, after completely removing my spiritual ignorance, I will enter into something called innocence. When you say innocence means everybody is reminded of child, isn't it? Everybody is reminded of child. So we say that child is the
Sir,
innocent.
please unmute everybody.
Ah,
So here the meaning comes actually here the complete complete innocence here at this moment, the purity, total
yeah.
purity,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
purity. After becoming intellect, the person becomes totally the pure.
Yeah,
Here
little louder you speak, then I can make it up. No problem. Now you speak because one at a time I will try to unmute because it is making a lot of sound. Over rise, I will unmute. Okay, right. Right. So, Bhuvaneshwari, you're making one point, looking like a meaningful point. Can you make it up again? Can you tell again? Yeah.
So after that ignorant stage, spiritually intellect, the person becomes spiritually intellect. Then at this juncture, I feel that innocence, the meaning of innocence is the totally pure heart, purity without having any negative or positive thought, whatever it is, totally blank and pure heart, pure soul.
Yeah, you are making something. Go closer to the expectation you came, but little some more is there. Okay, some more need to be crossed anyway. So,
Okay,
right.
thank you.
Okay, friends, let's understand. Okay, now, so we became spiritually intellectual person after our enlightenment. So with enlightenment, I enter into the phase called innocence. So what is innocence? The innocent meaning of innocence is we try to remind ourselves when we say innocence means child is innocent. But there's a lot of difference between the child innocence and enlightened person become innocent. Okay, there's a lot of difference that you need to clearly understand, note down properly. Okay, so a child who is innocent, right, is also pure. As you said, he is pure at heart. He doesn't have any cunningness, so no more cunningness with him, right? So a cunning person will try to make a lot of property, lot of wealth, lot of cheating others, blaming others, all that he does. But as a child, he's innocent, he's a pure at heart. He try to, you never, you never feel guilty of doing anything. He forgets faster. He forgive everybody. He became a friend for everybody. He'll be living so friendly to everybody. So these are the great characters of a child. But there is one thing which is very much lacking with him. That's called discretion power. It's called discretion power. That means he cannot decide what is good, what is bad. Because at this stage of child, as a child, he didn't go through. See, a child, I already told you, a child means what? Physically is a child. But what is the soul stage? What is his soul stage? His soul stage may be, a just born soul or a baby soul or a young soul, or which soul stage he is, right? So with which, so definitely is materialistic ignorance and spiritual ignorance and spiritual intellect is definitely not achieved. So when does he get a spiritual intellect or spiritual ignorance will be removed? Only when he passed through all the life cycles, right? When he passed through the entire life. See, as a child, physically is a child. Okay, he just born as a child and is growing. Now he doesn't have one thing, right? So he may be looking like an enlightened person. He may be looking like the characteristics of an enlightened person. Almost, the same characteristics will be there in the child. Okay, but so that's why Jesus Christ says, what he says, unless you become a child, you will not enter the kingdom of the God. So that means what? So as a child, once you become a child, right? Once you become a child means you become a pure at heart. That means you become a lovable person. You become a person with lot of love and affection, lot of with the karuna, so lot of kindness, lot of compassion. So that everything will be there with the child. So with those characteristics, what happen? A person with these characteristics. So once, if you go through meditation, basically, if you go through meditation, all these qualities, you will get into after the part of enlightenment, you will get into. Then what will happen? This kind of person is eligible to enter inside, is eligible to enter into the kingdom of the God. That means he can make an inner journey, right? So without which he cannot enter into the kingdom of the God. He is no way allowed. He doesn't have eligibility to enter into the kingdom of the God because he doesn't have any characteristics of a so-called a child. Child is having so many characteristics, such a way that all his purity, everything is there very much. But there is one thing which is missing with the child and an enlightened person. An enlightened person is experienced throughout his life, all through his so many life cycles he has spent, and he became enlightened. It means he has gone through all the arts, all the difficulties, all the so-called so many things he passed through. After he passed through everything, he got a complete wisdom of all throughout the 300, 400 lives. Then he became enlightened means he also became a karuna. He also get karuna, compassion, purity of the heart. Everything is there, but he's an experienced enlightened. He's an experienced child. You can say he's an experienced and plus childhood characteristics. These two are combined with the enlightened person. This is not existing in a normal child. Do you understand? So a normal child means a normal child, of course, a child also, a normal child. So if he is, for example, a normal child who is born as a, let's say, transcendental soul, who is born as a old soul. So that kind of child also will be a definitely, enlightened person. He's also an enlightened person. But no guarantee that all the child, a common generic name as a child if you give, and child himself you call as a god. So it's not perfectly right, my dear friends. To the extent it's okay. To the extent it's correct. But it is in the 100% literal meaning, you cannot take, every child is a god. You can't do that. The reason is now as a child, a normal, maybe a baby soul or a young soul like that, that kind of child, the child who belongs to that soul stage, what will happen? He cannot be called as a god. Of course, he is a child having no impurities inside. So not yet the societal mind is not developed, and he's still living as a child means he has a purity, he has got all that compassion, everything is there, right? He has no guilty feeling, all that. But even within him, there are some kind of a purva janma samskaras. Purva Janma Vasana, Samskaras. Okay. So those things will be started working upon after 5-6 years, they started working on him. And then so his way of lifestyle slowly it changes. Depends upon his soul evolution, my dear friends. So that's why we need to make a note of one point is here very clear. After the achievement of enlightenment, we enter into the something called innocence. We enter something called innocence. That innocence is completely different from the child innocence. Child innocence doesn't have the discretion power. He doesn't know. He's a child, of course, but he doesn't know what is good, what is bad, what is the difficulty, what is not difficulty. So who is cunning, who is not cunning. All these things he cannot make up. He doesn't know all that. But enlightened who became innocent, he has all the knowledge. He has got all the knowledge because he went through all the life cycles. Okay. So, but after going through all the life cycles, even with a great meditation, great sadhana, he became a spiritually intellectual person. After that, he entered into something called innocence. So, his whole character is completely innocent, such a way he treat everybody equal. He tried to show the compassion on all the life beings, not only animal beings, not only human beings, on all the other beings also. He saw a lot of compassion. So his lot of compassion is there, lot of prajnanam brahmam. But that means what? He has got a greatest amount of wisdom with him. Along with the wisdom, he has also got a compassion. Okay, compassion, wisdom, both are combined, and he became the highly spiritual intellectual person, and also he became an innocent person. Now he love everybody. He love everyone around him. Right? He love everybody. He love neighbor. He love everybody. He treat equally. So that's how what happened, friends. He get into the something called innocent. He became an innocent person. Now you see the statement now. The statement is meditation leads from the ignorance to the innocence. That means from the ignorance you started, materialistic ignorance, which is ended with the life cycles. Then you started the spiritual ignorance, that is also ended with the meditation. With a rigorous and deep meditation, you also ended the spiritual ignorance also ended by the time of the old soul or a transcendental soul. Complete ignorance is removed, and you became a highly spiritual intellectual grown human being now. So after that, what happened? So having matured with a spiritual intellect, then you became a you become a innocent person. You become an innocent person. So that's how the entire life cycle flows through the all the lives. Every one of us, we have to pass through this kind of this cycle, my dear friends. So this is how we need to understand the statement. The understanding of meditation leads from ignorance to the innocent person. Okay. So hope you understood. Right. So thank you. So you understood the meaning of the statement, isn't it? So now, with this, let's start the meditation, friends. Okay. Now we also need to become a innocent person. Innocent person with the wisdom, with we should have the wisdom as well. We should also have the compassion equally. Okay. So both we have to achieve. And so we have to become an innocent person. So the innocent person also with the discretion power. That is the true innocence we need to get. After the meditation, after the samadhi sthiti, after the enlightenment, we will achieve this at any cost. Right. So please go into the meditation, sit in the meditation. You already know the meditation. Please go into the meditation. So masters, sit in the meditation. Go to the posture. Clasp your fingers, cross your legs. Okay. Now remove the spectacles, sit straight, back erected. Your back should be touching the wall if you have any back pain, but your back of the head should not touch the wall. So take 1 glass of water. You can drink 1 glass of water, because we'll be doing about another half an hour meditation. Minimum half an hour meditation we'll be doing today. Half an hour to 40 minutes meditation. Close your eyes. All of us, close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Start observing natural breath. You want to take, you can take 3 to 4 long breaths. You can take 3 to 4 long breaths. Okay. Now start observing your natural, simple, generic, tranquil breath. Keep observing your own breath, my dear friends. We all must become innocent persons. We all must become innocent in our life. This innocence is enlightenment in a sense. Enlightenment in a sense. This is called innocence with enlightenment. The child is having just innocence, no enlightenment. That is the difference between the child and an enlightened person. We all need to become enlightened, innocent person. Innocence with enlightenment. We don't need a just child and childish innocent character. We do not need that kind of innocence. We have to come out of that innocence, which is not going to help for your life. If at all you are showing the characteristic of a just child innocence, a lot of people will try to exploit you. They will exploit you because you are so innocent, looks innocent. All the people around you, they're all cunning people. They will try to exploit you so much. If you have just a childish innocence with you, it's of no use. It's of absolutely no use. Everybody will exploit you. Your life will be wasted. You will end up in suffering. Lot of mental issues, suffering, everything will start. We have to achieve the enlightenment with innocence. We should become an enlightened being. Then the innocence which is coming out of this enlightenment, which makes a lot of sense. That is the kind of innocence which we all need to get. That's possible only through meditation. First, meditation, what it does is, it kills the ignorance. It kills all the ignorance, any form of ignorance. First, the materialistic ignorance is lost, is removed, is killed. Then after, your spiritual ignorance, you are ignorant of your own form, you are ignorant of your own consciousness until you start practicing meditation. Until you start practicing meditation, you are not knowing you are the soul consciousness. You are not knowing You are the Atmic consciousness. You are not knowing you are the Atma Padartha, or you are not knowing that you are Brahman. Lack of this awareness, lack of this self-awareness is the mark of your ignorance, is the mark of your spiritual ignorance. Which doesn't lead to the enlightenment. Only by adding yoga with you, by adding practice of meditation with you, then you can slowly come out of the spiritual ignorance. You try to understand your own true form, your own real form. So who am I? Who am I? Who are you? Who is that? Who is he? What is he? What is he? All are same. Everything is an Atmic consciousness. Everything is a Brahma Padartha. All are Brahman. Sarvam Kalidam Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi. Tattvamasi Svetaketu. Tat Sat. With all this understanding through meditation, you will achieve the enlightenment. At the same time, you also become a great kind-hearted, a great compassionate person. That's how you became so innocent. You became so pure at your heart after enlightenment. After enlightenment, you became the highly purified heart. Now you became an innocent person with the enlightenment, with the help of meditation. That's how meditation leads a person, a human being, right from the ignorance to the innocence. Be with your breath, my dear friends. Be with your natural, simple, tranquil breath. Do not allow any thoughts. Do not go with any thought. Be with your natural, simple breath. Aham Brahma Asmi. Aham Brahma Asmi. Tattvamasi Svetaketu. Tattvamasi Svetaketu. Sarvam Kalidam Brahma. Sarvam Kalidam Brahma. Be with your natural, simple breath, my dear friends. Swasa, our swasa is our guru. Our breath is our guru. Our breath is our prana. ahimso paramo dharma. Ahimso paramo dharma. Dharmo rakshati rakshitehi. Mamatma sarvabhuta. Mamatma sarvabhutatma. Please be with your natural breath, my dear friends. Natural, simple breath. Last 1 minute. Final 1 minute of meditation. Be with your natural breath. Last 30 seconds. Final 30 seconds of meditation. Last 10 seconds. Final 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Place both hands on your eyes, both eyes for 10 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Slowly take your hands. Slowly come back, my friends. Slowly come back. So yes, friends. So we have done meditation, the deep meditation now. So after this, we will try to learn the holistic lifestyle. So what exactly the holistic lifestyle, today's lifestyle topic is about spiritual farming. Let's understand with the help of slides also. So friends, about the farming, as the current state of farming is chemical farming, as we all know that. So in the chemical farming, farmers are using the huge amount of pesticides and the artificial manure, so it's chemical based manure. So these two things, as they're using this more and more, so whatever they produce, the harvest, which any of the any of us or any animals over eats that kind of food, what will happen? The same chemical, the chemical content, whatever is used for spraying onto the all these plants, that will go inside our body also, which is going to give a lot of other side effects and a lot of other, the lowering of immunity will happen, my dear friends. So that's why we have to be very careful about the chemical, that right now the chemical based farming, what is going on. So not only that, so even the farmer also is not all benefited. He has to use a lot of a lot of amount he has to invest in order to buy the chemical based chemical fertilizers and also the chemical pesticides. It's very, very difficult. And after using so much, what is happening is at the end of the harvest is not getting benefited. In fact, the either amount of produce is spoiled or otherwise. So what happens is the whatever the price fixed for the particular this farming, the whatever the harvest, it also less. So ultimately, the huge investment is required. So that's why it's very, very very, very difficult for the farmer also. In fact, at the same time, he does a lot of negative karma by going through the chemical farming. The reason is what he does is he tries to spray these chemical pesticides and all onto the plants and onto the earth. So what will happen at the other time? Whatever the birds around, in your farm, around that, whatever the birds are depending on your farm. So birds also needs a little food. And what are the creatures, basically the creatures which are living underneath of the surface of the ground or the soil, or on the top of the soil, whatever, the so-called snakes, frogs, all these things, and earthworms, so many. All these are getting spoiled and they are died because of the heavy amount of chemicals you pour in to the earth, to the soil when you are growing any of the current state of farming. So if you observe, so even if you observe in the villages now also, what they do is they use a huge amount of chemicals, such a way that really it's very bad. Even a human being cannot go into the farm. He has to close his nose and go into the farm. That is the kind of situation which is created now. And every 2 to 3 days once, my dear friends, they are just spraying the chemical onto the the harvest. Every 3 to 4 days, you can imagine what kind of situation we came into. And also by doing all this, the soil also losing its fertility. If you see now in the out of 100%, 70 to 80% soil has become a plastic soil by now throughout India, isn't it? So because the continuous uses of these chemical fertilizers and pesticides, that's all. Because of that, the entire soil has become a so-called plastic soil. It's very horrible. In the future, it's going to be a very dangerous situation is ahead of us. It's a dangerous situation. So this kind of soil, so we are going to give to the next generation of people. So our next generation, we are going to give this kind of a soil. Understand what kind of the great the kind of a negative karma which we are all as a humanity we are all committing. So that's why we have to be very careful about this particular chemical farming. And also, even as a consumer, you must not consume this kind of products. You must be away from these things. Okay. So maybe whatever you want to consume, so try to take the help of the nearby local farmers, regional farmers, and take their harvest and eat. And also you support them also well over the natural farmers, natural farming who are doing. Just help them so that they will also be sustained. And if you buy their products or whatever the produce, so that's how we need to lead your life, my dear friends. And also many times we buy a lot of some different vegetables or the fruits which are imported from the other countries. All this is not essential. In fact, they may not be good and they may not be useful for your body. So try remembering one thing: any product, any kind of a produce or a fruits which are grown nearby to you or regional to you, so they are very good for your health. Okay, because nature gives that all the kind of fruits, so very immediate to you in the nature, so to consume. So those will be very good for your consumption and it gives a lot of nutrients, my dear friends. And also, if you buy the local available fruits or vegetables, you are going to support your own farmers, the farmers who belongs to your own area, especially India itself. Instead of buying the things which are imported, like imported apple, imported a lot of other items, right? So you don't need to do that much. Okay, so try to follow this also carefully. So friends, somehow this is this is called the current state of farming which is going on. Okay, now so what you say about spiritual agriculture? So if you today we are discussing about spiritual farming. Friends, spiritual farming means only one thing you remember: on this earth planet, not only the human being, as a human being, you have a right to take a birth and right to take living. So you have birthright, you have also the right of living, isn't it? So the same similarly, all other beings also has got the equal right. Do not think that the earth belongs to me, this field is belong to me, this land is belong to me. You are thinking that in your terms, but in fact, with respect to nature, it is not like that. Nature has given equal opportunity for everything. Before we born here onto the earth planet, so probably the nature is already existing. Nature means what? The nature kingdom. There may be some kind of animals, plants, all the mineral kingdom, right? All these were existing before the human being born onto the earth itself. Understand? So that means, so such is the importance of the nature kingdom. So that is why what we have to do is we never need to think so selfishly that we only have to survive on the earth. That means just for your own eating and your own the making money, and you are just conducting the farming so violently by killing all other living beings that is very bad. That is very bad, my dear friends. It's going to be a big negative karma. That is why farmer is also suffering even suicide. It's going to the extent of suicides. Okay, at the end of the farming, the reason is he's already doing that kind of negative karma, great negative karma, right? So likewise, so instead of doing all that, making sure that along with you, all other living beings are going to survive along with you. So on this earth planet, so that kind of farming we have to support. So that farming is called, this kind of farming is called spiritual farming, where we are not going to use any of the substances in order to grow the harvest, in order to grow the crop. We don't use any kind of substances which are against to the nature, against to any other living being, my dear friends. So with which, so our crop will be growing. So once we do that kind of practices, those practices are called spiritual farming practices, which are very essential for the right current times, my dear friends. You have to take care of this. Okay, if you are a farmer, or if you're a non-farmer also, you must be able to take care of, make a note of these kind of things. We need to definitely follow. So at the same time, friends, so that means, so what can be the ingredients of this natural farming or a spiritual farming compared to the chemical farming means? So so far we understood what is the importance of what is the disadvantage of the chemical farming, what is the advantage of the spiritual farming. Now, so when you take the spiritual farming, what are the the practices we follow? So part of spiritual farming, there's one more of course it's also same as this spiritual farming is nothing but a natural farming also. So the part of natural farming we have been practicing so many of the areas in India already, right? With the help of and with the great the divine help done by Mr. The so-called Sri Subhas Palekarji from Maharashtra. Okay, so he is a person, he is a Pitamaha of the natural farming basically. So the natural farming is the practice which has been in India from ancient times, my dear friends. We forgot it after the Green Revolution. We started the Green Revolution, Harita Viplava. So after that it started, all the farmers completely turned towards the chemical farming, and they forgot the age-old practice of our own India. So what is the age-old practice of our own India is that's called Prakriti Vyavasaya, natural farming, that has been again revived by the Subhas Palekarji. So that's why what he has called it as, he has called the name, that particular farming, natural farming, zero budget natural farming. It means you don't need any budget from outside. You don't need to buy anything from the market in order to grow your crop. So everything available within your own field. Okay, what maximum you need to do is you need to have one desi cow. Always one or two desi cows is must with every family whoever is in the farming. So then what will happen with the whatever the so-called the cow dung and also the cow urine. So these two things along with cow curd and all these things, combining these things, what they do is the cow dung they used to use, they can use it as the natural manure instead of the chemical fertilizer, and also all this cow urine and along with the dung and all the things we can make as a Ganamruta, Jivamruta, Bijamruta, like that we can make. Those will be used as a basically pesticides. Instead of chemical fertilizers, pesticides, you can use these things so that your farming, it doesn't need any kind of materials you need to buy from anywhere outside, my dear friends. That's how your budget will be very minimal budget. Minimal budget will be required for growing a crop for 1 acre. That's how the farmer also gets the very good amount of benefit. He never get into the losses. He never need to do any suicidal, all these attempts. Okay, so that's how you need to practice. This is called zero budget natural farming. So very much is been in practice for quite long, ancient times from in India itself. But we forgot. So now everybody is getting reminded by themselves. Okay, and with the help of Subhas Palekarji. So in Karnataka especially, this natural farming or spiritual farming is so prevalent. That means everywhere that the farmers have started practicing, and definitely it is much useful to a human being as well as environment. So with respect to health, everything, all to with all perspectives, the natural farming is the great. It's going to give the highest and the best the produce outside, and which will keep the health of human being safer and it will be preserved. Okay. Now, friends, so the part of this natural farming also, we say that use the pyramids for the farming. We call it as a pyramid farming. As of course, it's also called as a, it's also part of spiritual farming, my friends. Natural farming is also part of spiritual farming. Pyramid farming, it means we use pyramids for the sake of farming. So what we do is, so we try to, what we do, we try to place pyramids at every place. For example, let's say in 1 acre, I used to do like, about 10 5 feet by 5 feet pyramids at different places in in the soil. On the soil, you just erect it, and then what will happen? The cosmic energy will be received by every pyramid and it distributes around it. So that's how the cosmic energy, the huge amount of cosmic energy is flowing through the entire farm. If it is a 1 acre or 10 acre, whatever number of acres maybe. So then what will happen? All that cosmic energy comes down, then it pervading to the entire farm. That is where what happens? So this the energy which goes to the plants and human beings and the animals and a lot of creatures, everything they all receive, my dear friends. Then they all will be happier. So they don't need much of food and all these things. Okay. So with a little food, they'll be going on. So that's how what happened. Nothing. They will never disturb you, your crop also. They never disturb you much, your crop and all. Okay. That's how you'll be able to survive without attack of any virus or other all the insect with all the insects, the attack will not be there. So because we are following the natural practices now, and nature also will support you. You don't need to worry. So that's how what we need to do. These pyramids also you need to use more and more. Already in many of the places, these pyramids are engaged now for the farming purposes, and the produce is great. Without using any chemicals, no chemical, no fertilizers. Maybe you can use cow dung. Otherwise, nothing is required. Just pyramids are going to be sufficient. Your crop will be definitely very natural, so high produce and very useful for the consumption for the human being. Very safe for the consumption of a human being, my dear friends. So, and also the all other beings also will get proper food. So by this particular farming. So this is how we need to use the pyramids also. This combinedly that put together is called spiritual farming, my dear friends. Okay. So we can definitely use this farming, spiritual farming everywhere from now onwards. So hope that all the farmers will turn into the as spiritual farmers from now onwards. Okay. So like this, these are part of holistic lifestyle we'll try to learn today. Friends, welcome to the again home remedies part. Today home remedies part of that we try to learn. So what is the mudra for the menstrual problems? Okay, especially so at the time of menstruation. So for every woman, so what kind of troubles they face, and also which is the mudra which is much beneficial. Let's understand. So here is the one of the best mudra for the sake of taking care of the menstrual problems, right? Whatever the problems you face, so all these things. So and this is going to be much helpful in order to regulate the cycle of the menstruation for a woman, right? So this is the best mudra, my dear friends. So when every one of us must every woman has to practice this mudra, at least every day if we keep practicing. So on who is having this problem, menstruation problem, basically the periods and the time period, how it comes, all these things, right? And the amount of the blood passage, all these things we need to, by using because of all these things, you must place this mudra, use this mudra regularly. So who are suffering, so that's called apana mudra. Apana mudra, very simple like this, you see. So these two, so middle finger and the ring finger just touch gently, okay, and the other two fingers straight. So this is called apana mudra. Do like this and keep on the toys and then start practicing. Okay, so this is apana mudra. Practice for 15 minutes minimum, and followed by practice 15 minutes of this one. So prana mudra, right? This prana mudra. So these two combination at the time of menstruation or before menstruation also, you use this, then it will take care of every month whatever you are facing problems, you will slowly come out of all that, my dear friends. So this is the best mudra. This is the best mudra you can say for the woman. So right, this apana mudra plus prana mudra. So this is one mudra. And friends, other thing is why the menstrual issues comes for a woman, especially, that also we need to understand and the reasons for it. So by knowing that, so we'll also take care of the menstrual problems with the help of the ingredients available from our kitchen itself. So that's called food as a medicine. As a part of food as a medicine, today we'll be learning the great techniques. So some of the few steps and the few remedies, few home remedies and simple remedies we are going to learn also today, right? So now, for women, the monthly cycle is a mirror of their health. If their monthly cycle is good, so that means that woman is having good health and great health. So for 50 years since you become, get into the puberty stage, so menses have been normal for healthy people. Okay, so there are still people who are healthy like that. Okay, but the very rare people are there. So nowadays, a lot of people are getting the problems of menstrual cycles because a lot of hormonal imbalance started happening. So why the lot of the hormonal imbalance is taking place is the reason is they eating the stuff like substances what they eat, the food system and the lifestyle system. So both are disturbed by friends. The kind of food what they take, the white rice and this chapati, as well as they eat non-vegetarian food. They also drink the milk, white milk, and they try to consume a lot of the so-called non-fiber food, not fiber-rich food. So by doing all these, friends, what happens? Obviously, within them, lot of hormone imbalance taking place. Because of hormone imbalance, so all these issues are coming. All the menstrual problems, the irregular periods, a lot of pain they undergo at the time of menstrual cycles. So all this is happening, my friends. So that is why. So we all need to, all the women need to come out of this kind of problems. Definitely, there are solutions. No need to worry. So, friends, so in 1 month, whatever the poisonous things which produces inside the body of men, all this will be expelled out at the time of this menstrual cycle. That is why God has given a great gift to the woman, so in the form of menstrual cycle, so that any wastage produced inside the body, that gets collected in the part of the blood. So the impure blood, all the impure blood will be taken out for every cycle, menstrual cycle, that will be taken out, and then again you will be becoming so fresh in the health. And that's how. So women, especially women, because she must be able to give a birth to a new human being, right? So that means you can imagine. So what kind of process takes place? A big transformation, a big process will be taken place inside the woman, inside the mother womb of the woman. So that's why the nature has given the so-called this menstrual cycles, so that every month their impure blood will be taken out, and then again they become fresh. Okay, so that their health will be great, right? So likewise, friends. But nowadays I see that many of the women are removing the garbha kosha. That means the ovary. They are trying to remove it. Well, the reason is because of this irregular the menstrual cycle, and also the long periods of one stretch, 10 days, 15 days. Also, some people are bleeding. Some woman is bleeding because of hormonal imbalance, heavy hormonal imbalance. So all this is happening, of course, because of their own food system, the disturbed and non-holistic food system. But I'll tell you, so even then, what happened at the youngest age, 35, 40, if this ovary is removed, it is going to be much dangerous, my friends. It is not going to be good at all for the woman. So especially this ovary or whatever, the inside stomach, which is going to be taking care of your own health, my dear friends. Once it is removed, part of your system, your entire immunity power will be down. Your entire immunity power will be get down. Then after the immunity power is reduced, you will be attacked with many of the diseases, my dear friends. That is why. So you should not that easily. The woman should go to the extent of removing the ovarian. We have to take care of that, not to remove the ovarian at all. So that's how we need to lead our life. So especially if you get that kind of problems, what you do is, so along with your holistic food and mudra and all these things, if there is seriousness like that, definitely you consult Ayurvedic doctor. We have very good remedies for that, especially in Soul Kshetra Wellness Clinic, whatever our Ayurveda clinic run by Mahavatar Foundation at Whitefield, we provide very good solutions for these kind of menstrual problems. So in fact, we protected such a way, so many people, in order to go, actually they were ready to go for the operation, And in order to remove the ovaries, even then they are protected and they are given the best health. Okay, so that's how we need to manage, my dear friends. So we have to be very careful about our health. So whatever God is given this so-called ovary should be never removed till the last breath of our life. Okay, that's the most important aim of a human life, my dear friends. Okay, now, so what are the reasons why we get the issues? So this especially menstrual issues. See here, drinking too much tea, drink too much fasting, lack of nutrients in the body, consumption of drugs, too much mental stress, anger, fear, depression, being nervous, using English medicines more, taking some pills in order to advance or delay the menstruation. So not resting during menstruation, walking in the sun, so on the hot sun especially, resisting the urination. So most of the people, they sometimes they do like, they resist, like whenever they get urination, they won't go. They'll be just, keep resisting. So lastly, not wearing anklets, and always wearing the male attire increases the urinary and urinary problems, friends. So most of the time, nowadays, the female, they are, because of the modern world, so they try removing that, the ring which is on the finger, like, beside your thumb finger on your foot. So that's called one ring will be there, at the time for marriage, they put that. So especially the purpose of that ring, to wear that ring is, that's called anklet. So the purpose of that particular ring is very, very important. It takes care of the hormonal imbalance. Whatever the hormonal imbalance, it is trying to balance it out. So that's the purpose of that particular ring, which they put on the finger, okay, beside the thumb finger. But what happened nowadays, because of the modern world, they remove that also. We don't care about that, okay. That's all about the modernity, right? But we should go with the antiquity instead of modernity, okay. That's all, friends. So now also many of the women, they are trying to dress like the men, okay. That's also not good, okay. So reason is having a tight pant, the shirt and tight pant, which is not going to give any kind of a advantage for the woman, okay, which is going to make you infertile during the course of time, okay. That's why, so be aware of this also, the dressing sense also by women, it is not correct to dress up like a man, okay. That's a Western culture, Western approach, not our Eastern approach, right? Fine. So now, friends, let us see what are the natural lifestyle we need to follow if you are facing the menstrual cycle, okay, menstruation issues. So eat on time, do not eat before taking bath. That's number one. So next, rest is mandatory during menstruation. Walking around in hot weather is not good, okay. So other thing is consuming more copper water. Whatever the water stored in the copper, please drink that water, okay. And it's better not to use the tight nylon clothes, pant and shirt. It's already I told you, okay. Now instead of soap, floor, any gram floor, any grain floor should be used for the bathing. Do not use the soap. These are the part of natural lifestyle you need to adopt if you are having a menstrual issues. Okay, carefully note this and do it. And also, what are the remedies which we can plan? So, consuming tulsi kashaya in the morning to relieve the menstrual problem. Every day, you just drink tulsi kashaya. It will relieve all your menstruation problems. In the morning, on an early empty stomach, you need to drink that. Okay. So, other thing is, so in the morning, early, empty stomach, there's one more kashaya you can make at your home itself. 1 cup of water, 5 neem leaves, half spoon of turmeric, and take every 5 days of menstruation. During menstruation time, you please take this. Neem leaves should be crushed. So the neem leaves, whatever you put it, that should be crushed, and the paste can be added into this, this form of preparation. So then that will be much helpful. On these 5 days, if you take, it's going to really help you for all your problems of menstrual cycle. So fatigue during menses, but on that time, consume 1 glass of cow's milk, 1 spoon of cow milk means A to cow, okay? 1 spoon of honey, and 1/4 spoon of the nutmeg powder. So this thing you can use so that you will be having all the fatigue during the menstrual cycle will be reduced. If the air, suppose if there is a air grown on the face of a woman because of hormonal imbalance, so what you need to do is you must use the turmeric, the so-called kasturi turmeric powder. Okay, with the cow's urine on the face daily on you have to apply on the night while sleeping and wash it off with the floor, any gram floor in the morning. So this how this musk turmeric, we call it as kasturi turmeric, which is available in any Vanapati store, that is Ayurvedic stores available. It's called kasturi turmeric powder. Now, so the another thing is Sanvi oil massage. It should be done once a week, especially for people who are suffering with this kind of menstrual cycle. Sanvi oil massage, body massage, okay, should be done once a week, as we discussed already. Abhyangastana. So part of that, this must be used, my dear friends. So all these treatments you must continue till the disease is cured. Okay, so these are much helpful for everybody. So please use this. All these points we'll be sending again the PPT for you. So you have to go through again once again. You have to revise and then use it. Okay. So these are part of the home remedies for menstrual problems. Friends, what is pyramid? Pyramid already we know. Pyramid is a very great source of energy, cosmic energy. Every day, day in day out. We should have the pyramids in the house, in the day, on the office table, wherever you are working. Otherwise, students that they must wear the pyramid and then keep reading. All this they must do. Okay, so that means the use of pyramids at every place it's must. So let's say you keep one pyramid on the top of your water, the water will be energized. You keep the pyramid underneath the pyramid, you are storing your vegetables, all the fruits, so they also get energized. So why don't you use this? So you must use it. The power of pyramid is so great. It's a very, you can say it's a highest amount of cosmic energy. You will not get anywhere, my dear friends, so easily. So only the pyramid has got that capability. Try using pyramid at every application, at every point in your life, then you will be happy and healthy all the times, my dear friends. So that is why pyramid is the source of cosmic energy. Please start using it at every place. Everything, students, the housewives and the business people, professionals, everybody can use this. Okay, so the pyramid cap, otherwise the table pyramids on the water, on the grains. So many different varieties are there. Even for the natural farming also, we have the pyramids, which are all these pyramids are designed by Mahavatar Foundation. So everything is available, my dear friends. Now there are two applications I'm trying to explain you here. So help the students to improve highest concentration power. Focus and concentration will be enormous if students are, in fact, they are using this so-called pyramids. Okay, so they use pyramid on the cap as a cap and then while reading, right? So while reading and writing, doing their homework, so and especially doing meditation also under using this pyramid cap or a big pyramid of 2x2 pyramid or 1x2 1x1 pyramid, like that, you must use it. Then start doing your works. If you keep doing that, what happens? You are receiving huge amount of cosmic energy. That cosmic energy goes through your physical body. Then it will recharge every cell, keep you healthy, always energetic, and then you can do your works. You can continue doing works. Okay, so which is much helpful, my dear friends. So always try remembering these pyramids must be placed everywhere in the house also, right? Bedroom, hall, everywhere, wherever it's possible, you should keep these pyramids in all the places. What happens? It is going to energize the entire home. It's going to remove all the negative vibrations in the house. So likewise, it's a great beneficial, my dear friends. So other thing is energizing the drinking water, as I already told you. So your drinking water must be energized before you are drinking the water. So that for that, this pyramid is a great help, my dear friends. Okay, so that's how you have to understand this. Now, every day we are also learning. So for the better mental health. So there is this is a home remedies kind of thing for a mental health, my dear friends. So let's understand the 5 points on this occasion. The greatest of all pains is labor pains. What are the pains of greatest pains on this earth planet? That is labor pains for a woman. So while delivery, biggest fear out of all the fears is fear of death for every person, my dear friends. The greatest of flowers is cotton flower. Okay, and the worst addiction among addictions is gossiping. Gossiping means just go on telling about others and bad mouthing of others. That's not good, my dear friends. That's a worst addiction. And the greatest of blessings is health. So if somebody is healthy on this earth planet, that's the greatest blessing we can say. Okay. So thank you, friends. Thank you very much from Mahavatar Foundation for all of you to participate in this session and giving the opportunity for the Mahavatar Foundation. So to subscribe and share and Mahavatar TV especially with all your friends and dear ones. Okay. Thank you very much. Let's see any of the questions today. So few questions and answers we'll try to see now. Thank you. Right. So anyone is having any questions, please raise on spiritual wisdom and these other two topics.
Sir,
Yes.
the pyramids we need to place in all the rooms wherever it is possible, right? So, however the size is, will it be useful for the house or in that particular place only?
Yeah, definitely. What we need is we can't use small pyramid for the entire house. A small pyramid depends upon the pyramid. For example, for a water on the water can, you need a pyramid. It's about let's say 4 inch by 4 inch depth on the water, right? Or otherwise 6 inch by 6 inch or 9 inch by 9 inch, like that. For example, you want to keep on the grains, like all your grains or vegetables. You need at least 1 by 1 or 2 by 2 pyramid. Okay, so that much is required. So likewise, if you keep doing it, so definitely it is helpful. You must do like that, not small pyramids. So if you are doing a meditation, sit under 2 by 2 pyramid, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
The pyramids also can be hung in the room, right?
Yeah. You can hang, or you can hang to the wall. You can hang to the all that. You can do everything there.
See this
Okay.
one. Can you
Yes.
see? Maybe.
Yeah. One pyramid you put it on the top.
On the table.
Yeah, but better than this, what you do is 2 by 2 pyramid you take, just hang to the wall, and under that you put a chair and start practicing the meditation. Wonderful.
Yes. I have 2 by 2.
Yes.
2 by 2. Two together I have got in my drawing room. So I used to make people sit and do meditation.
Yes, wonderful.
So that
Like that only. Like that everybody must do now. Okay.
is that sufficient, sir, to get the energy in the home?
Yeah. And also, we are now the Mahavatar Foundation is coming up with a new pyramid. Just in a span of 10 days, we are making 4 feet by 4 pyramid for the entire home, put on the top surface.
Okay. Yeah.
One pyramid, you don't need to construct. You don't need to construct and take a headache or burden. Just take this 4 by 4 feet by 4 pyramid, which is detachable. Just place on the top surface of the house. If it is independent house, I'm telling you, the whole house it is going to be sufficient. We are coming up very shortly.
So what about if it's a flat or an apartment?
Apartment.
Yes.
Apartment means what you need to do inside your house. You take care. Every
inside on the ceiling.
No, what will happen is a bedroom, especially in bedroom you can keep, and all the bedrooms, all kitchen, everywhere you just keep go on keep the pyramids like 9 inch by 9 inch, 1 feet by 1 feet, 2 feet by 2 feet, like that. Everywhere you keep it. That is more than enough.
Okay.
Because you don't have terrace for the apartments. But apartments you don't have terrace. Like,
right.
A lot of apartments will be there, which they may not allow you also.
Correct. So if we call the Mahavatar Foundation, they will also be able to guide us, right, on what size we need for
Mahavatar Foundation is having all the wide range of pyramids with us. We do all the wide range of pyramids. We have a separate, I think you might have gone through one of the catalog we posted in the group already.
Right.
So you just go through the catalog, all those pyramids are available.
Okay, thank you.
About I think 15 variety of pyramids are there.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes.
Sir?
Yes.
ಇದು ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಕಾಪರ್ ಪಿರಮಿಡ್ ಇದೆ ಸರ್.
Copper pyramid you want?
Can you hear me, sir?
Copper pyramid also you can use. Only thing is it doesn't make any much difference between copper. The material doesn't matter. How pyramid is unique and sacred geometry is its angle. The slope from the base is there, no? the slope between the base and the side of the pyramid, especially, is 50. Actually, this comes as a 51 degrees, 52 minutes, and 10 seconds to 25 seconds. So that is the value. That's called golden angle of the pyramid. If you don't maintain that, you don't receive the maximum amount of cosmic energy. As simple as that. Okay. So that's
We should wash it
only the
regularly,
matter.
sir.
Only the matter here is the angle of the pyramid, not the material with which the pyramid is made. It's not of much the difference, my difference.
Sir, can we wash pyramid, sir?
Yeah, you can definitely. You can.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Right. So any questions you can please ask.
So do you have the same class in the mornings?
Morning we have in the Kannada language.
Oh, okay. Not English or Hindi.
No, not English, Hindi, not yet started. So,
Okay.
so timing is sufficient because morning Kannada, night English, afternoon Telugu.
Okay. So, sir, if you have like a joining link for Kannada, one of my friends is would like to join, if that's okay.
Definitely. You can, we will send in the group, just give it to them.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Morning 5 o'clock it starts.
Okay. That would be good. Yes. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
One of my friend also want to join. Is there any particular form to be filled, or directly they can join if I send the link?
Yeah, just directly join. No need to fill anything right now. I think it's there.
So only from 1st to 21st, right?
Yeah, 1st to 21st. Every month 1st to 21st. For a Kannada or English you are telling.
So in this link, whichever link I have, I can send it to them to join.
Is it Kannada one you are talking about or English?
English.
Yeah, you send this. Send the same. In fact, every one of you now you must become warriors of this program. Warriors. Okay. You must spread it. You must spread it and bring more people. See, for this kind of content, for this kind of useful content, we need more and more people to learn and implement in their life. So not the minimum. This see, 15. We teach for even one person also. No worry about it. Okay?
Yes.
Even one interested person sit in front of us. We will go on teach with the same speed, the same voice, and same everything same. No difference comes. Okay. So I've been doing for so many batches now. Okay. So there won't be any difference in the way and style of teaching. Okay. But it makes more sense giving the same knowledge to many people at a time. For this, every one of you must bring minimum 5 to 10 people to this session. Okay. So this session is again now it's already 15th session is going on. Okay. And then maybe we have about how many sessions now? Only six more days.
15 sessions are going on, sir.
No, 15th session, 15th day we are running today. Okay?
Right.
So 15th day we are running. Okay. So that means only 6 more days now.
Yeah, correct.
So, sir,
yeah.
If I want to repeat the class from the 1st of December, so in the same, they will send the link for the next class. I would like to repeat it.
Same. We will be placing the link again in the group also, WhatsApp group. So again, but one more WhatsApp group will be open. Just you have to join them.
Okay.
Because the new people also will be added. No, that's why we open the new group.
Right.
So
Okay.
you need to join and continue. But next time, I'm just requesting everybody to bring more people.
Right.
Every one of us, we should work like a warriors who spread this program.
Yes, sir. It's very good knowledge. It is sad that not many people are aware it is there.
Yes, that's right. So we should make it. We should bring the awareness and we should publicize. That's all.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir. Sure.
That is the minimum dharma which you can do.
Right. I have 3 groups where I can put this, 3 big groups.
Definitely. Because shortly we'll be closing this. Now only 6 more days. Okay.
Right. No, for the next one I'm talking about. Thank you, sir. Very nice.
Thank you.
If we want to listen again, we can also join, right? No?
Yeah, absolutely. You always can join with us. Mahavatar Foundation, as long as we are here, so keep joining and keep celebrating your life joyfully, and throughout your life and throughout our life. So we have to be together. We have to be together and lead our life joyfully all the times.
Very nice, actually. Wonderful.
Mahavatar Foundation is meant for that, in order to make everybody healthy and happy throughout till the last breath of their life. Okay? They have to be healthy, they have to be happy. That is the mission of the Mahavatar Foundation.
Sir, I was planning to start a meditation center. We have a small place. It is hardly like 69 square feet, but there is space in the passage, just outside of this little shop or office, you can call it. So, I mean, right now the shutter is broken, so I need to replace the shutter. I mean, it's right now it is that vertical shutter. So I'm not sure whether should I go for acrylic shutters or do I do just a horizontal shutter. I mean, it's going to be like a little meditation room, and I think I would like to place some pyramids for people who want it,
Definitely. See,
So
what you need to make sure is the air should flow. Whatever the air, the natural air must be flowing inside. That you make sure. Okay. Whatever the structure, it doesn't matter what structure you are making, how you are making. That's all up to your convenience at the physical location. What only matters is it has to allow the natural airflow to come inside and pass through. And also you can use the pyramids of 2x2 pyramids, the 3-4 pyramids, just erect it. So that the outsiders who are coming for the meditation, they can sit under that and they start meditating. Okay. And if you want to, you are located in Bangalore, or where are you located?
No, this is Mumbai Andheri.
Right, no problem. So you do that way. Okay, do that way. And make sure that you want any pyramids help, anything support you need, just ask us, we will support you there.
Sure, definitely. In fact, I need to know what kind of shutter also I need. I mean, it's just that air should be flowing in there. And
Yes.
Does one have to have air conditioner, or do I just do without it?
Which one?
Means, do I have to have an AC in that place? It's a very small
No,
place.
that's what I'm telling. If the place is hot and if it doesn't have proper circulation of air, of course you must have the AC.
Okay.
But I prefer always the AC environment is not good for the health. Number one. Number two, AC what it does is it produces a lot of positive ions into the atmosphere. Positive ions.
Oh. Okay.
So the negative ions are more important for the fresh and rejuvenation of the health. Okay.
Right.
So that particular the thing will be destroyed by the so-called AC, air conditioning.
Okay.
So that's why the pyramid itself, in fact, pyramid itself will produce a lot of negative ions, the free electrons it produces. So that your body absorbs those extra free electrons and it becomes healthy automatically. That is why in pyramid, if you go and sleep or if you go and spend your time just sitting in the pyramid also, not doing any meditation, it is going to improve your health. It's going to improve your health. It's going to correct your health.
Okay, that's very nice to hear.
Yeah.
Sir, can you please repeat what it does?
Yeah.
Helps improve your health.
No, it health something, a negative energy.
No, negative ions. See, there are negative ions and positive ions in the atmosphere available always. Okay. If you go into the busy traffic in the cities, where you feel like irritating, you feel like frustrating.
Yes.
The reason for that is you have a lot of the presence of positive ions in the atmosphere. Positive ions.
Okay.
positive ions. That means the particles. Basically, it's it's a chemistry sense I'm talking. Okay? It's called positive ions and negative ions. So the positive ions, what it does is it steal electrons from your body,
Okay. Okay.
so that you become the energetic less. Okay, then you feel like frustrating and not to spend in the city more time. Then you want to come out as quickly as possible. You want to run away from that experience.
Oh, yes, when I go to a crowded place in the market and all, I
Yeah.
don't like to be there always.
Yes.
Immediately I love to come back
Yes.
home.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
So
sir,
that's how
if
you do.
sir, if AC is not advisable, then do we replace it with coolers or something? Because it is, I mean, gets hot in the summers, really hot.
Yeah, definitely. Cooler is okay. Cooler a little bit okay. Yes.
Okay, and what was it? I forgot something. What kind of chairs, sir? What would you advise?
Chairs are normal. See, that's why I'm telling you. You hanging. If you are small place, no, on the
Right.
for the wall, you put continuously 2 by 2, 2 by 2, 2 by 2, like 3, 4 pyramids around. Okay. Underneath of the pyramids, you put the chairs, just normal chairs, Nilkamal chairs or any other chairs, a chair with a cushion. You can do that. Okay. Then people come there. Just you make them to sit on the chair. On the chair, chair is placed under the pyramid. On the top of their head, pyramid is there, like 2 by 2, 2 by 2, like that. Okay. They can sit on the pyramid and they can do meditation, practice any amount of time. Then they can go ahead like that.
Okay. So to be able to buy this stuff and to understand exactly how it has to be, do I have a way to? I mean, will somebody be able to show it to me, or do I have to come to Bangalore to do it?
Yeah, we will work it out. Whenever you are ready, you just tell me. We'll work it out. In Mumbai itself, I'll find out who will be there to help you.
Okay. Okay, that
We
would
have
be
we
good.
have our society over there also.
Okay. Oh, you have a representative in Mumbai?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So if I call you up at that number that you have given us,
Definitely.
Mahavatar Foundation.
Yeah, we have pyramids. We have pyramid centers also in the area. Okay.
Okay.
I'll find out. I will give you the contacts, and then you can go and just talk to them and get it.
Okay. I'm in Andheri. That's what it is called, Andheri East.
Andheri East.
So
Okay.
yes.
No problem. Let's do that like that. Whenever you are ready, you just let me know. I will pass on the information. I'll connect somebody to you.
Okay, that would be great, sir. Thank you. I appreciate, sir. Thank you very much.
Right. So any more questions, friends? So let's close the session now. The time is already up. Right. So thank you, friends. Namaste to all of you. Subhratri, and giving this opportunity for Mahavatar Foundation. We are once again thankful to each one of you. Namaste. Dhanyavad. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.